is the new ancient city, home to insane loot and of course the terrifying new Warden, who can two-hit a player wearing full Netherite. Can I take on the Warden alone and beat the game? Stick around to the end and find out. I spawned in and off in the distance I saw a village. So I grabbed some food, got some wood, and admired the view of this mountain. It was... Oh yeah, then I punched this kid. After that brief assault on a miner, I progressed some more by making myself a pickaxe. I got some cobblestone and made myself a set of stone tools, which I used to slaughter various different animals, including your mum. That was a bad joke. I fell into this hole, and not the good kind, am I right, lads? Jokes aside, it gave me a reality check that this was a hardcore world, so I cooked myself a bit of food, and that was the first day done. That's easy. I just gotta do that 100 more times. Wait, no, 99 more times. I'm smart. On day 2, that kid came back. I only had one choice but to finish the job. To escape from the horrific crimes I just commit, I went to a cave and got a bit of iron. I also got reminded why skeletons are the worst mob in the game. Keep in mind, this was before I met the Warden. It was horrifying. I got a bit more iron and set up camp to smelt it down. Then I got a bit more iron and made myself some tools and armor. And then I got some more iron. Okay, yeah, you get the point. While mining, I saw the green and blue Warden goo stuff. I forgot what it was called, so I just started calling it the mold. I wanted a closer look, but the amount of mobs down there was stupid. And not to mention this little family friendly. He got me pretty close to death, and I do recall seeing my life flash before my eyes. After some digging, I found a moldy cave. I had no idea that this block spawns in the Warden. Like, this sound scared the hell out of me. Just listen. What did I do? Luckily, I think it must have spawned inside the walls from the sound of it, or another cave, which is great because I would have died. On a lighter note, I found some diamonds. And even after that encounter with the Warden, I still wanted to find the city, so I just kept following the mold until I got to this abandoned mine shaft. Yo, that's insane. The mine shaft connected perfectly to the ancient city, and I was just in awe. Like, it's so cool. However, the deathly sounds kind of ruined it a bit for me. That's so cool. Oh, that's not cool. What the? Oh no. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, he's a big one, isn't he? He's a big one. He's a big one. If I open that chest, it'll make a noise. This was, in fact, a terrible idea. Oh, family friendly, family friendly, family friendly. Oh my god, okay. Can you smell me? Can I just do this? There's no way I could take the Warden in my current state. Let's put it into perspective. You as a player have 10 hearts. The Ender Dragon has 100, closely followed by the Wither with 150. The Warden has 250. You do the math, that's 25 players. I ain't fighting that on day 6. But don't worry, I'm going to return later on in my journey. So by day 7, I already had a direct path to an ancient city. And I thought, what better time to build a house? And the next few days consisted of just that. Exploring the area, harvesting materials, you know, the boring stuff. Not too much to document here, other than this insane sunset view. Okay, so I made a few touch-ups to my house, and I decided to make a start on a farm. I wanted my main food source for this 100 days challenge to be golden carrots. They don't get as much recognition as they deserve, and it's time for a change. They give the second most best. The next few days, something completely unexpected happened. Now, my goal was to go on a lengthy mining trip to get some diamonds and obsidian for a nether portal and enchantment table. But instead, I was surprised by this. There's 2 right next to each other. A second ancient city. That's 2 cities within like 500 blocks of each other. That seems pretty rare to me. Due to my previous experience, I wanted to leave it alone, but I just wanted a little bit of loot. So just 1 chest and I'll be good. Let's see what we get though. Okay. I was really looking forward to that. Just two chests, and I'll be on my way. You kit 1 golden. Oh, I've had a boo-boo. Oh, thank God. Well, 3 chests wouldn't hurt, would it? Nah, I'm kidding. After that experience, I just wanted to get the hell out of there. I got my 14 obsidian and even found a good 7 diamonds, putting my grand total up to 9. Wow. Had a brief heart attack. Oh my God. and then I was on my way home. That was a pretty good cave, not gonna lie. I also realized that after recording this segment that all those near-death experiences in the city were practically all for this diamond hoe. What am I gonna do with it? I don't know, but I own a diamond hoe now. We are not the same. Today was a big day. It was time to head to the Nether and get my shopping list for some blaze rods and ender pearls. Or so I'd hoped. Not a fortress in sight, but it wasn't completely wasted. I got these iron boots with soul speed 1. Yeah, I decided to return another day to explore properly and find myself a fortress. In the meantime, I wanted to explore the overworld a little bit more. But as I left to find new lands, I saw a pack of cows near my house. So naturally, I kidnapped them. Humongous brain. You know, as you do. I made a quick pen to hold them, and now leather isn't going to be a problem for when I get to enchanting. So I had the leather, but I needed to find some sugarcane. I followed the river until I got to an acacia biome. Do I see it in the distance? And honestly, you'd think I'm hacking from how far away I saw this, but I'm not hacking though, just to be clear. Not a hacker. Moving on. I found a village too, killed the golem, stole a brewing stand, hay bales, and some melon. You know, the essentials. It's my lucky day. And least importantly, I got this saddle. Oh yeah, and then I stole a bed off this villager and he sat on me. It was kind of uncomfortable. I used the saddle to ride a horse to another village that I saw in the distance. My dream luck finally kicked in. Was what I thought until my game crashed. Can I ride my horse, please? All the mobs froze up, including my horse, so I had to alt F4. No idea what happened, but when I relogged, I only lost a little bit of progress, so it was beanzillion. On the way back home, I got a cat, because why not? Also, I had no idea they could even do this, but turns out they can sleep on your bed. Is that new? How long have they done that? How long have they done that for? I looked it up. Apparently, it's been in the game for like 3 years or so now. It's just, wolves are superior. Guys, I had this wild idea that I should touch up my house a bit, you know, considering I live in it. So I did just that. I even made this little brewing section. It looked okay. I made myself some diamond tools because it was never time, baby. Straight away, I cheated death from a hoglin, and then I was on my way to find a fortress. I found myself going through a basalt biome, commonly referred to as the bane of my existence. I swear, if I see a magma cube here, I'll eat my hat off. It wasn't too long until I found a fortress. I got a ton of good loot, including 6 diamonds. Actually, that was about the only good thing. I did, however, get some nether wart to brew some potions, and then went on the hunt for those thick rods. All right, we got one. I had this janky farm set up, which went terrible, as you can see. Oh, but we secured the bag and came out alive, and that's all that matters. I think we've got all we need. I'm all out of food, so I want to get out of here as soon as possible. On the way back, I got myself some glowstone. I knew you could use it for potions, but I didn't know what ones. I also did a little bit of trading and got this soul speed free book. Wow, useless. I had to bridge over trees to avoid the hoglins due to a severe lack of health. But with some miracle, I got home okay. When I got home, I finished my brewing station, counted my blessings in the form of horse armor, and I nearly suffocated in a wool. Yeah, this is becoming a theme. Oh yeah, and I wanted to rant about not being able to bone mill sugarcane in Java. Like, it's so helpful, and if Bedrock can do it, why can't we? Today, I decided to build a second farm for sugarcane so I could get myself some beefy enchantments. The highlight of the day being this cow trying to suffocate itself. No, I think that says it all, really. Moving on, I went to get the best looking wood in the game. You don't get to have an opinion unless you agree with me. And using that spruce wood, I made some drastic improvements to my house over the next few days to make it look more appealing for you guys. I also made some fire resistance potions because that was the only ones I could make right now. Also, no surprise here, but I nearly died again. God. Anyone keeping count? The next few days, I traveled well over 1,000 blocks, which turned out to be the best decision of my life. Well, of the 100 days challenge. And that's because I found a pillager outpost. Now, that might not seem like much, but this gave me the bad omen effect, which I could use to start a raid and potentially get a totem of undying. Also, a huge dub here as well. I got 2 ender pearls on the way home, and I don't think I need to explain why that's amazing. I hope not anyway. I spent the day farming for books and used up all my diamonds to make a chest piece. I enchanted that to get projectile protection free, and I also could have got fortune on my pickaxe, but decided instead on unbreaking. And you're probably thinking, oh my god, you're a idiot. I can't believe you'd even consider that. That is so dumb. What the is wrong with you? And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right to think that. Today was raid day, so I made my way to the village to begin. Now, it lasted quite a while, so I thought I'd put together a quick montage to sum up my experience. Come on. No way. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that last one actually Actually, bruh, my heart rate went up to 500 BPM. On a lighter note, I found this little guy chilling in the ravine. If you don't know what that is, that's an evoker. And he drops this bad boy. Or in my case, an Uno reverse card. There she is. God, I love this resource pack. A funny story, actually. I misplaced a pillager somewhere in this cave. Yeah, misplaced. That's the word. Not lost. And I looked for literally almost a day and I couldn't find it. But I did find a few diamonds and got another ender pearl, so I can't complain, really. When I got home, I immediately placed all the banners I got all over my house. I then moved over to more meaningless tasks such as enchanting for Unbreaking 2, making an anvil, and then putting it on my chest piece. You know, boring stuff like that. With my newfound enchantments, I went mining again. And this time round, I found a skeleton spawner, so I farmed a little bit of XP and came out looking like a human porcupine. A few moments later, I found 1 diamond. Wow. And then I also came across this moldy zombie spawner, which looked pretty cool. I then found more than 1 diamond for once, putting my grand total up to 20, officially renouncing my broke status. I still felt behind on my enchantments, but luckily I got Feather Falling 2 twice in a row and got myself Feather Falling 3. I enchanted my boots for projectile protection and then merged it with the book. I needed higher level enchantments though, so I grinded for more books and managed to get fire aspect for my sword. I then farmed some more XP so I could enchant another sword for sharpness and merge the two. But then this happened. What the hell? Yeah, I got some crazy bonuses on that. What? I then got some unbreaking on my boots and upgraded my fire resistance potions to last 8 minutes. God, I wish I could do that. Day 50, finally at the halfway mark, so it had to be special. I travelled over the mountain to the original village and stole all the beds and head to the Nether. I went down to Y15 and got a good night's sleep 7 times and got myself 12 ancient debris. I made a smithing table and turned the netherite scrap into 3 ingots and used it on my leggings, sword and chest piece to make sure I look hot for the thumbnail. Because of my hard work and dedication the previous day, I used the remaining gold from the netherite ingots to make some golden carrots. I also made myself a jukebox to listen to some tunes while I got my enchantments up to level 22. I went back to the moldy spawner to get some levels. It was nearly time for the ender dragon, so I wanted a decent bow. Not only for the dragon, but for the fact that it's a bow, and I mean, who doesn't want a bow? I managed to get power 3. Not the best, but I also got another sharpness 1 book, so I combined to sharpness 2 and put that on my sword for sharpness 3. Yo, that's a mouthful. At this point, I was pretty happy with my gear, so it was time to find a warp forest biome to get myself some pearls. After a interesting journey,
Yeah, we hit those.
I found one a good 500 blocks away, give or take. Now, it literally took me over an hour to gather 15 pearls due to my awful luck. If I had looting on my sword, however, different story. In and out in 15 minutes, easy heist, but no.
Yeah, 15.
On the way back, I had another near-death experience on this one block wide bridge.
Guys.
Oh my Jesus. Genuinely thought I'd die here. When I got home, I made 15 eye vendors, and I completely forgot about the pearls I already had as I took a break in between the days, but it worked out nice so I could use them in the end. I had all I needed to kill the ender dragon, so I set off on my journey. I had to go through a mountain where I fell into powdered snow, but I also found a couple of wolves which would join me only to die. I'm sure that won't happen. A few eyes broke before I got to the stronghold, but I still had 12, so I was good no matter what. It'd been a while since I'd been to a stronghold, so I forgot how tedious it was to try and find the portal, but after countless dead ends, I finally found it. Let's go. It was time for the big fight. But remember, we still had the Warden, which has over double the health of this bad boy. I mean, girl. It lays eggs, so it's a girl. But that's besides the point. I quickly took out the crystals with great skills and precision. That and a couple water bucket clutches later, and it was time to give him hell. The dragon hurt some endermen, and they started to attack it, and I thought I had an army going on, but then...
Oh my god. Oh, they switched up.
As you can see, overall, pretty exciting fight. On this channel, I've killed the ender dragon once, and that was with a data pack that made me invincible. So this is a pretty big moment for me. No advantages, in fact a disadvantage, because I'm in hardcore, no second chances. If I die, it's all over and the video would have been scrapped. No pressure. Eventually, I got it down to 1 hit, so I ran in with my sword.
Yes! Oh my god, it could all be over here.
How's that for dramatic effect? I took the egg as a trophy and I went off to find an end city and get myself an elytra. Because you see, in this update, not only was the deep dark added, but there was also a mangrove biome with frogs. And I don't know about you, but I want to kidnap a frog. And the easiest way to find the new biome would be from the skies. Finding an end city wasn't hard as I could literally see 2 from spawn. The first one didn't have a ship and the shulkers really annoyed me. Well, this is great fun, isn't it? So I escaped to the second one. Unfortunately, there was was a ship. Inside this one, though, was worse. I was fueled with rage, but hey, I got a helmet with the exact same enchantments as what I already have.
This is great, isn't it?
I finally got my elytra and a few diamonds, so I flew back to the portal and went home to start my next adventure. But before we do that, I had 66 levels that needed spending, so get ready for this. I got efficiency 3 and sharpness 3 in a book, and then I added efficiency to my pickaxe and upgraded my sword to sharpness 4. I then enchanted my new axe and got a super unbreakable and silk touch and meaty enchantment. For several counts of tax fraud. And now that we're all up to date, I made a little trophy room to store my dragon egg and other riches. Not a big fan on how it looked, but oh well. As previously mentioned, I needed to find a mangrove swamp. So to do so, I needed fireworks so I could travel far and fast, just like my dad 15 years ago. I began making a creeper farm like so, and I needed 4 cats to scare the creepers into the trap. I already had 1 in position and made my way to a village to find another 2. And for about 5 minutes, I was chasing after a cat with cooked salmon, wondering why it isn't working. Turns out my fire aspect sword cooks the salmon underwater. I'm not being dumb, that doesn't make sense, right? But anyway, I fixed that problem and got myself some good pussy, which I bred to get the 4th. I didn't realize the farm would be this expensive. Like, I must have deforested the Amazon rainforest, or at least what's left of it. Yes, bad. Don't get too excited, but today I went 113 blocks above the farm and went AFK. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I went to see how much gunpowder the farm got me over a day, and it was only 47. Like, it was enough to do the job, but I was expecting way more from the pain and anguish I went through to make it, you know? I made myself a ton of fireworks and then went down to the caves to get myself 10 obsidian, and you're gonna see why the next day. I flew out with my elytra and rockets and just traveled straight in one direction. Not the band. I found a desert temple and a couple pillager outposts, and 3,000 blocks later, and I'll just let my reaction speak for itself. No way! I just found the mangrove biome! Yeah, I was home alone at the time. This was my first time seeing the mangrove biome, so naturally, I filled my pockets with mud, admired the new frog, actually so cool, and I even got a good look at the new mangrove wood, which is basically a less ugly jungle wood. I made a boat out of it and kidnapped a frog. I wasn't bluffing when I said I'm taking a frog. My initial idea was to take the frog through the Nether to shorten my journey, but that didn't work. Like, was I doing something wrong, or is it just not doable? Luckily, though, the river took me almost straight to my house with very, very minimal obstacles. When I got home, I did some research and saw that frogs follow you if you have a slime ball or magma cream. So I head to the Nether, got some cream, and found out that I got trolled. So that was a complete waste of time. My backup plan was to build a minecart track all the way to my house, and it took me ages, cost a fortune, and I was so confident that it would work. I even built this enclosure for my new buddy, Dwayne the Frog Johnson. I went to go put him in the minecart, and turns out he can't go in minecarts. And to rub it in even more, the minecart track didn't even work. I ran out of powered rails. This was by far the most disappointing of all the days, and I needed a dub, and I knew exactly what I had to do. I went back to the Nether, and I must have killed about 1 million wither skeletons to get myself 3 skulls. I think you all know what's about to happen. I even got myself a few more blaze rods to help me brew some more potions for the fight. And then I set off to find a suitable location. On the way there, I found 3 wolves, which was perfect, as I had just got an unholy amount of bones from my little venture in the Nether.
I've just found 3 wolves.
These 3 wolves were my pride and joy, and I wouldn't let a single thing happen to them.
You guys stay right there, okay? I'm not scared at all. I'm not scared at all.
I spawned in the wither, and the fight went pretty good until it started pushing towards my wolves.
My wolves! No! Go down fighting. Go down fighting, my boys. Whoever wins gets written into my will. You get written into my will. You get written into my will. Yes!
I did it. I won the fight. Sadly, at the expense of all 3 of my new wolves.
Yeah, I did it, but all my dogs died.
That was quick.
Yeah, I was so surprised. I've never fought the wither before, like, properly. It might have been because I had a power 3 bow and a sharpness 4 sword, but...
Oh, that might do the job, yeah.
Yeah.
To my luck, as I head back home, I found a new wolf. I probably shouldn't be allowed near animals because of what just happened. And do you remember those other wolves I tamed back when I went to fight the Ender Dragon? Yeah, me neither.
RIP all your wolves.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, my wolves.
My grand plan for day 100 involved a lot of iron. And I mean a lot of iron. I needed any and every advantage I could get against the Warden. So I spent days down in the mine shaft searching for as much as I could carry. At home, I smelted it all down and I got a good few iron blocks. I was hoping for more, but I have a time limit to stick to. While I waited, I made my final preparations for the Warden. I made some more golden carrots, gathered some snowballs, anything to help me even slightly in this absolute hell. Oh yeah, this was funny. I wanted to make a beacon, but I had no glass, and I really couldn't be bothered to go get some sand. So I just used my silk touch axe and got it from my windows. I mean, like, we're about to finish the video. I don't need windows. Today was the big day. I updated my Minecraft version to include the Warden's new insane special attack that you'll see for yourself. If you thought it was scary back on day 5, you're not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. I dug a hole straight down to the ancient city so I can make this beacon. Unfortunately, I only had enough blocks for a low level one, but at least the speed boost would come in handy. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now and let you see for yourself how it went. First hit. First hit. Okay. Distract him. Distract him. No. Okay. Oh, he knows. He knows. He knows. He knows. Just like that. Okay. Okay. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't good. Okay. 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 Play it smart. Play it smart. Oh my god! What? Okay, 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 okay. This isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't good. Ooh, there goes my timer. Oh my god! Oh my god! Please, 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 please. No! I can barely get a hit in. What?